Hi, hello, welcome to HashLearn. Today I am going to discuss the coordinate point in three-dimensional geometry. So, before starting the class, let us discuss the CPP question. Here goes your question. So, which of the following is or correct? Hello Rohan, good evening. Yes, I told you right, these are the very basic topics. From this you cannot expect any JEE level questions. So, I am again and again telling to you because the three-dimensional geometry will again continue in the second year. From that only you will get the questions. But every time from three-dimensional geometry you will get 2 questions for your JEE means. Okay? Yes. Now, the plane x is equal to 1 represents the plane parallel to xz plane at a distance unit above the yz plane. Hello Arshad Khan, good evening. Happy to see you again. So, here what they are telling, we know that when x is equal to 0, represent the plane parallel to yz, isn't it? Parallel to yz plane, but here they gave xz plane. So, because of that, this is false. Next, come back over here. The equation of a plane y is equal to 3 represents the plane parallel to xz plane. Yes, true, because y is equal to 3 parallel to xz plane only, but in clearly when we are talking about, it is at a distance of 3 units, that you have to mention. Because of that, this is also false. Next, the equation of a plane z is equal to 3 represents the plane parallel to xy plane at a distance of 3 units above xy plane. See here, clearly they mentioned it. Whenever z is equal to 3, it is parallel to xy plane at a distance of 3 units above. This is very important, above xy plane. Is it clear to you? Like this you will get the diagram. So, all the above are true? No. So, only option C is correct. Clear children? Any doubts? Okay. Now, today we are going to learn about coordinate of a point. Yesterday also we learned same thing. Yesterday I focused much about the axis and the octants. How that x, y, z axis divides the space. It divides the space into 8 octants. That and all we learned, right? Today we are going to learn about the point and the dias and the DCs. Okay? So, just imagine that you are having a point. This is x axis, y axis and z axis. You are going to have a point over here like some x comma y comma z. That means from the x axis, x units distance, from the y axis, y units distance, from the z axis, z unit distance. Okay. Now, this is your origin. This is the distance from O to P, origin to that particular point. So, usually distance between 2 points, three-dimensional geometry is the extension of your 2D, that is straight lines extension. How will you find out the distance between 2 lines, 2 points? Easy, right? How will you find out? That is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square when it is in the coordinate axis. Now, it is in the rectangular coordinate axis. That means x, y, z coordinate points are there. How will you represent this? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. This is the way of finding the distance between 2 points. So, this point we know, right, this is origin 0, 0. So, distance will be what? x2 minus x1 whole square. So, it becomes x square plus y square plus z square. Usually, we will represent it as r. Okay. Now, children, this point, the whatever, suppose the point 1, 2, 3, usually we will call this as dias, direction ratios. Why I am going to call it as drs? So that is, from the x-axis, how many units distance you have to walk. From y-axis, how many unit distance you have to walk. Yesterday I gave you one example, right? So you imagine your room as a three-dimensional geometry. Go to one corner and each the corners will be x, y, z axis. Now, to reach the fan, that is which is in the space, okay? Along with the x-axis, how many units you have to walk. Along with the y-axis, how many units. Along with the z-axis, how many units you have to walk. So that gives the units, right? So that we are going to call it as direction ratios. In which direction, how many units you have to walk. Understood, right? That's the reason why I'll call it as DRs. Okay. Now, draw a perpendicular from that point. I know, just you take this as some A. I know from origin to the x-axis distance is x units only, right? That is the reason why this point I am representing it as x comma y comma z. So obviously from origin to the x-axis the distance is x units. Clear? Okay. Now opposite to your 90 degrees we usually call it as hypotenuse. Here you just think that we have the angle as alpha. Here the known values are, for the alpha, this is called opposite side, this is your adjacent side, this is your adjacent side. What I know? Adjacent side I know, hypotenuse I know. So easily I can find out the cos values. So that is cos alpha is adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? That is x by, what is your hypotenuse? Square root of x square plus y square plus z square. That is nothing but x by r. That's the reason why this angle we are going to call it as DCs, direction cosines. Because I can find out only the cos ratios, not the sine ratios, not the tan ratios. So only cos ratios I can find out. So I am going to call it as direction cosines. When it is making the angle with the x-axis alpha, then I can take this, usually we will represent it with L. Okay, suppose you imagine that this point is making with y-axis as some beta. Cos beta, usual, same thing, adjacent by hypotenuse, that is y by r. So we are going to represent it as some LM, M. Same way, the angle between, angle from the z-axis. So here to here, you just imagine that it is making some gamma angle. Cos gamma is equal to z by r. Now you see the beauty of direction cosines. So if you are taking it as L square plus M square plus N square, I can write this as cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Okay, cos square alpha is what, children? X by r whole square plus y by r whole square plus z by r whole square, isn't it? Next, this can be written as x square plus y square plus z square by r square. What is r, children? Square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So this can be written as r square. So r only, sorry, isn't it? So here what I am having? Here I am having x square plus y square plus z square. I am going to have this as 1. X square, see, whole power x square by r square, y square by r square. So r square by r square, I will get it as 1. So the beauty of this is L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. This is the very useful condition from the direction cosines. Understood, right? What is direction ratios? What is direction cosines? Direction ratios means along with the x-axis how many units you have to walk. Direction cosines means from the x-axis, that point, that means the fan, how much angle it is making. So that is direction cosines. Clear? Any doubts? Yes. Now we know that the centroid. So the simple basic concept. What is, if it is in two-dimensional geometry, what is the centroid formula? Centroid is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is the centroid. When it is in two dimension, what I said, it is just the extension. So here the centroid in 3D is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, comma, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Sorry, one more will be there, right? This is z1 plus z2 plus z3 by 3. One more coordinate point, we will include it. So same as it is. If you know two-dimensional geometry properly, easily you can understand 3D also. Clear? Okay. Now, so this and all we learnt. Now let us start doing some problem. Take this diagram and tell me which is the true statement. If you are having the diagram like this, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, this is A, this is D, this is PF. What they are telling? The plane ADPF is parallel to x-axis. Is it parallel to x-axis? No. See, along with the x-axis, here is the distance, here is the origin. Origin is here. So it's making some value. So it is not parallel. The x-axis is perpendicular to the plane ADPF, isn't it? It is perpendicular. See, it is perpendicular to the x-axis. This is the plane actually. Here clearly you can make out this AF line is there. Now wherever I highlighted, it is perpendicular to x-axis. Not only ADPF, the line which and all is lying on that plane is perpendicular to the x-axis. That is very, very important. Okay, now see, yes, x-axis is perpendicular to the plane ADPF, true. Every line, not only that plane, whatever the lines, here if you take any line, those lines also perpendicular to the x-axis. In that plane, what and all you are having. Clear? So, which is correct? Option D is the correct answer. Both B and C are true. Clear, children? Okay. Next. Now consider this diagram. Now once again they are asking the question which is correct. PA. So this is PA. This is PA. Okay. PA is perpendicular to OX. This is O. This is X. It is perpendicular to x-axis, I already told you. Obviously, PA is line, that is also one more line in ADPF. I already told you, right? All the lines which is present in that plane are perpendicular to the x-axis. Instead of x-axis here, they are telling it as OX. Yes, PA is perpendicular to OX. Is there anything else? OX is not perpendicular to PA. It is wrong. Next, A is a foot of the perpendicular drawn from P on y-axis. No, it is perpendicular to x-axis means A is a foot of the perpendicular drawn from P. If they would have given here x-axis, then it is correct. Understood, right? Next, none of the above. So, only option A is correct. Clear, children? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please let me know. I will clarify your doubts. Okay. Now, it's time for contest. See, the previous class contest question, what I am asking, the foot of the perpendicular drawn from a point 7, 8, 12 on xy plane. we clearly knew that if any point on the x-axis, the z coordinate must be 0. Which is z coordinate is 0? Only for option A, z coordinate is 0. So, the right answer is option A, and the winner is Mansi. Give her a big round of applause. Congratulations, Mansi. Soon after this class, you will get one autumn session free. Okay, children, today I gave very simple question as contest question. Get ready for today's contest question. Here is your contest question. Your countdown starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the class. Okay. Now again consider the same diagram. Which of the following statements are correct? See, A, B, C are feet of perpendicular drawn from P on x, y and z axis. Yes, isn't it? I told you already. The point, see here what is happening. The point know about P. If you draw a perpendicular, what I said, how will you represent a point? Along with the x-axis, how many units you will walk? Suppose if you are walking 2 units, this point will be 2 comma. If you are walking 1 unit along with the y-axis, it is 1. If you are walking 7 units along with the z-axis, then it becomes 2 comma 1 comma 7. So, the point P is the foot of the perpendiculars from x, y and z axis. We know that, right? Yes. So, this is true. The coordinates x, y and z of a point P are the perpendicular distance of P from the 3 coordinate planes yz, zx and xy respectively, isn't it? Instead of x, y, z, they are telling like this. Yes, it is true. So, both A and B are correct options. Both A and B are incorrect. So, what is the correct answer? Option C is the answer. Both A and B are correct. Isn't it? Any doubts? Okay. Next. See, identify the correct combination. I should say true or false. The distance measured along or parallel to OX, OY and OZ along with the x-axis, if you are measuring, are you going to take it as in the positive direction or the negative direction? Obviously, OX, OY, I should take it in the positive direction, but they gave that negative. So, this is false statement, false. Clear? Next, the distance measured along or parallel to negative x-axis, negative y-axis, negative z-axis. There itself we know we are going to measure it as a negative, but here they gave positive. So, this is also false. Next, in first octant, they are talking about the octant. So, first let us draw the table, then we can easily understand x, y, z. How I told you, plus, plus, then minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, isn't it? Next, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, and then plus, 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 first 4, and the next 4 will be negative. Okay. Now see, in the first octant, all the coordinates are positive. In the 7th octant, all the coordinates are negative. See here, in the first all are positive, correct. In the 7th all are negative, correct. So, this is the true statement. Okay, in the third octant only, third octant, they are going to talk about this. X and y coordinates are negative, and in the fifth octant only x and y coordinates are positive. Yes only, right? So, if you see the table, you can easily make out this is third octant and this is fifth octant, isn't it? Next, in the fourth octant only x and y coordinates are positive, and sixth octant only x and y coordinates are positive. Is it true? No. Is it true? Fifth octant, right? Yes, x and y are positive. Seventh octant, sixth octant, not seventh. So, what x and y are positive they are telling? No, it is false. So, which option is correct? Option C is correct. C, no, not C. False, false, true, true. Yes, one more is there. Now, in the second octant, only y and z coordinates are positive. Yes, it is true. So, which is correct? Option D is correct. Any doubts? Okay. Next one, here a point in the space shown as P with the coordinates 2, 3, 4. Based on the above information, which of the following is or true? Now tell me, a point along the positive direction of x-axis, a point along with the positive direction of x-axis. Correct. Next, B is a point parallel to positive direction of y-axis. Tell me, the coordinates of A are 0, 0, 2. So, where is that? Here is your coordinates. So, it is, how will you represent this? Actually, this is on the x-axis, so it should be 2, 0, 0. But they gave that 0, 0, 2, so it is false. Next, the coordinates of B. So, where it is? This is on the xy plane. So, only the z coordinate is 0. So, how will you represent this? 2, 3, 0. But they gave 0, 0, 3. So, this is also false. So, this is true. This is true. So, which is correct? So, 1 and 2 are correct. Which option is correct? Option C is correct. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. Next. Identify the statements are true or false, then choose the correct option. So, a line is parallel to xy plane if all the points on the line have equal y coordinate. Is it? In the xy plane, if you are taking xy plane, parallel to what? It must be parallel to z axis, not the y coordinate, isn't it? Xy plane, if you are taking something, what and all present in that, the z coordinate should be equal, isn't it? Next, the equation x is equal to b represents a plane perpendicular to yz plane at a unit distance b from the origin. Suppose x is equal to 0 means it is parallel to yz plane. This same thing, x is equal to b also, what it is? Parallel to yz plane, but they are telling that it is perpendicular to. So, this is also false, this is also false. Next, the point 4, 5 minus 6 lies in the 6th octant. So, if you are going back and see the octant, yes, it is 6th octant coordinates will be plus, plus, minus. So, because of that will be 5th octant it is, not the 6th octant. Plus, plus, minus comes, it is 5th octant. But they are telling that it is the 6th octant. So, this is also false. The x-axis is the intersection of two planes, isn't it? So, what is the common point xy and xz plane intersection will be obviously x-axis, the common point in these two. So this is true. So all are false, only the last one is true. So which option is correct? So option B. All are false, the last one only true. Isn't it? Any doubts? No. Okay. Next. The perpendicular distance, see there is a point like this, point P of 6, 5, 8, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Perpendicular distance, just draw a perpendicular distance to the y-axis. Any point on the y-axis, how usually I will get 0, 5, 8. Now, I would like to find out this distance. I told you already, distance between 2 points must be equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Apply the formula, what you will get? Square root of 6 minus 0, that is 6 square plus 0 square plus 8 square. I will get 36 plus 64, that is root 100. I will get 10 units. So which option is correct? Option E is correct. Any doubts? Clear? Okay. If the coordinates of the vertices of a cube whose edge is 2 units, the key word is cube. Cube means what? All the edges, all the sides must be equal. So that is 2 units. One of whose vertices coincides with the origin and their edges passing through the origin coincides with all this. I want the points. So let us draw this first. Then you can understand. Just a minute, I am drawing the cube. Yes. Now it is coinciding, right? One side must coincide. So this is origin. Now you just point, name the points however they gave. So just name it A, B and C, and then D, E and F, and this is G. Now tell me the coordinate points. Clearly you can make out O is 0, 0. Now A is on x axis, right? So this is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis. If it is on the x axis, how will you write the coordinate points? 2, 0, 0. Isn't it? Now write the coordinate points of B. It is clearly you can make out the B point is xy plane. It is presenting in x and y plane. So all the distance is same. The distance is same. So I can write 2, 2, 0. Next, it is on the y-axis. If it is on the y-axis, how will you write the coordinate points? 0, 2, 0. Isn't it? Now you write which is on the z-axis. D points are very easy to write. It is on the z-axis 0, 0, 2. Now remaining things. E. E it is on x and z plane. X and z plane means how will you write? 2 and z axis is 2 and y axis will be 0. Clear? Now C. It is on yz plane. So x coordinate is 0. C remaining will be 2, 2. Now this is the F point is very important, which is in this space. we required x, y, z to represent that point. So how will you write this? 2, 2, 2. Very, very important point. You have to imagine that is in the space. Clear? Any doubts? Now you can clearly make out. So all the above, is it clear? O is OAGR 0, 0, 4. No, wrong. O should be origin, right? DBF. See the D. What is D? 0, no. This is also wrong. E and C. E is 2, 0, 2. Yes. Option C is correct. So after making this, you can choose which is the right answer. Otherwise, we cannot understand what is the right answer, what is the wrong answer. I hope you understood the cube diagram. Right? Okay. Next. The perimeter of a triangle with the vertices 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, by seeing the coordinate points, I understood. This is one is on the x-axis, one is on the y-axis, one is on the z-axis. X, y, z. How will you represent this? This is 1, 0, 0. This is 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1. You join this. Now, I would like to find out the perimeter of this. What is perimeter? If I know the sides, the distance, then I can add all the three sides. So, better to find out the distance. So, the distance between A and B. How will I find out? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. If you apply this, you will get 1 minus 0, so 1 square. 0 minus 1, again 1 square, 0 square. So, AB value, I will get it as root 2. Now, I got one side. One side is root 2. In the same way, you find out the distance between B and C. If you are finding the distance between this, square root of, apply directly 0 minus 0, 0 plus 1 minus 0, 1 square plus 0 minus 1 whole square. So, once again I will get root 2 here also. Same thing here also, you just apply 1 square plus 0 square plus 1 square. Here also I will get root 2. Now, the perimeter. What is perimeter? AB plus BC plus CA. You add it. Root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. It is nothing but 3 root 2. So, which option is correct? Option D is correct. Clear, children? Any doubts? Okay, good. The distance between 2 points. Again, what they gave? They gave like this. A and B they gave. 1, 4, 5 is one point. The other point is 2, 2, 3. So, I understood this. These are the point which is in the 3-dimensional geometry. I have to find the distance between this. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1. 2 minus 1 whole square plus 2 minus 4 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square. This is AB, right? Find out. AB is equal to 1 square plus 4 plus 4. So, I will get root 9, that is equal to 3. So, which option is correct? Option B is correct, right? Next. The point in xy plane which is equidistant from these points. So, there is a point. If any point on the xy plane, how will you consider? First, you consider a point. Consider a point P like x1, y1, 0 because it is on the xy plane, isn't it? Z coordinate becomes 0. Now, you take this as A and B and C. This is equidistance, means the distance from AP is equal to BP is equal to CP. Root will come, so I'll take this square also. However you want, you can. So if you are equating these two first, you will get one equation. Afterwards, you equate these two equations, you will get equation number 2. If you solve this 1 and 2, then I'll get the coordinate points. Clear? So find out AP. AP is nothing but x2 minus distance between, see, this is the P point, this is the A point. x1 comma y1 comma 0, 2 comma 0 comma 3, 2 minus x1 whole square, or however you want you can do it. Whole square I want, so root will not come. So x1 minus 2 whole square plus y1 square plus 3 square. This is your AP square. What is your BP square? Distance between B and that point. So what you will get here, that is x1 square plus y1 minus 3 whole square. In the same way, write CP square. You will get 4 because 1 minus 0, 1 square. Wait, here 2 minus, here also you will get 2 square you will get. Now write the CP square. Distance between these two, that is x1 square plus y1 square plus 1 square. Now you equate AP square and BP square. If you solve it, equate first. AP square is equal to BP square. Equate it and write, you will get the equation as x1 square plus y1 square plus 1 is equal to 0. This equation you will get. If you solve BP square and CP square, you will get BP square is equal to CP square. Again you equate these two, you will get y1 is equal to 2. This is equation number 2. No need to solve because I got the very simple value. You just substitute in the equation 1, you will get the x1 value as 3. Now it is very simple to write the coordinate. How will you write the coordinate? What we took the coordinate point as x1 comma y1 comma 0. So this is 3 comma 2 comma 0 is the coordinate of a point which is equal distance to all the 3. Clear? Okay. Next. Which of the following statements is incorrect? The equation of a plane z is equal to 6 represents a plane perpendicular to xy plane. So many times wantedly they will give. So this is not perpendicular, this is parallel. If they would have given parallel, then this statement is right. They gave perpendicular to xy plane, so it is wrong. It is parallel to xy plane. Clear? So this is the wrong one. The equation of a plane x is equal to 0 represents YZ plane, isn't it? In the YZ plane, x coordinate becomes 0, yes, true. The point on the x-axis with x coordinate equal to x0. On the x0, how will you represent y and z coordinate becomes 0. Now, x is equal to x0 represents a plane parallel to YZ plane, yes, correct. Parallel to YZ plane. So only which is wrong here? Option A is wrong. So the remaining statements are correct. So any doubts? No, right? Understood? Okay, good. Today we learnt what is a coordinate point in the space, what are the DRs and what are the DCs. The most important thing is the relationship between L, M and N. That is very, very important for you. That will continue in your second year also. Okay, next. Thanks for joining with us. The very important questions I gave in the passport, in the CPP, the passport uses, you can start solving right now. All the best.